Today, we're joined by two dynamic representatives, members of the Problem Solvers Caucus. Both have served in Iraq. Representative Elissa Slotkin as an intelligence officer and Representative Peter Meijer in the Army Reserves. Let me just start by asking, I don't know the answer to this, were either of you up in the Capitol on January 6th? And what was that like on a personal level? Or maybe Peter, you could start.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having us here today. And I'm pleased to join my colleague, Representative Slotkin. On January 6th, I was in the House gallery, so in the House chambers, watching the Electoral College certification debate around Arizona taking place. And, we ended up getting barricaded inside the gallery for about the first half an hour that folks, that the armed group entered the Capitol. After about the 30-minute mark, Capitol Police evacuated us from the chambers, rushed us out, put us in an elevator, hit the sub-basement, and then we were wandering in the tunnels, trying to figure out what parts of the complex were still secure, knowing that the Cannon complex had been evacuated. Made our way to a cafeteria and then later to a committee hearing room where we were for several hours until we were eventually allowed to get back to other places in the Capitol complex. There are scenarios, there are ways that spins so dramatically out of control that we should be feeling we escaped what could have been much more of a catastrophic event.
The truth is, I don't personally have a great handle on what Capitol Police's plan is to secure us going forward, to ensure that we wouldn't have some sort of breach. And whether that's the similar folks to we saw on January 6th or another group, right? And I think it exposed vulnerabilities that had clearly long been there. But you can imagine lawmakers want to make sure that before all that security dissipates, and that includes the Michigan National Guard, who were pulled back to go help secure the Capitol. We all want them to go home, but we need to understand the plan for securing the building after they depart.
It can be a very slippery slope on domestic terrorism. At what point does First Amendment, right to protest, right to engage in speech, where does that transgress, and at what point does the FBI start to go in? So we need to strike that right balance, or else I don't think we'll be ultimately putting the country into the direction it needs to go.